Hello everybody! The Music Fan is back, bringing smiles to the faces, knowledge to the people, and most importantly, music to the masses. And I am back with another Are You In? And this time we'll be looking at the Mac's newest album. Here comes the Cowboy. Now, Werner Winfield McBrayer Smith IV, or McBrayer Samuel Leighton Mac DeMarco, or as you guys know him, Mac DeMarco, is a Canadian singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer from Duncan, British Columbia. His previous albums include Rock and Roll Nightclub in 2012, Two in 2012, Salad Days in 2014, another one in 2015, and This Old Dog in 2017. This is a musician that I didn't know much about until 2 years ago, when my friends kept telling me this is a person you need to listen to. A lot of my friends were really high on this person and told me that I would be as well. So I checked out This Old Dog and thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't think it made my top 50 for the year, but it was right on the line. It was very laid back, very fun. This type of music is very indie rock, very laid back rock, or as Mac DeMarco himself says, jizz jazz. So, of course, when I heard that he was putting out a new album, I was really excited and checked it out. And honestly, musically, this album isn't much different. That's not necessarily a bad thing. This is an album where if you take the pieces rather than the whole, you get a lot of really good content. This album is mostly a reflective album for him, and a lot of these songs do enough with the arrangement to let his lyrics flow. So a song like Nobody is a very sparse in arrangement, but it gives DeMarco's lyrics about being in the limelight now and knowing that he can't go back to the person he was before, gives a lot more room, and it makes for a very calm and lovely song. Finally, Alone is this seductive song in feel about trying to get away from it all and wanting to go out to the country, but then also not really finding any solace in the country, just trying to find a place to be alone. Kind of tongue-in-cheek in nature, but it is a little bit different from a lot of the other songs on the album that makes it stand out. And this is one of a few times where he uses falsetto, which I don't remember him doing much of that on the previous album. It's a nice add to his repertoire. K is a beautiful and sentimental song about someone that he loves. Why I like it so much is it's mostly just acoustic guitar and makes for a very interesting jazzy chord progression on there as well. It's very heartfelt from him, and it makes to be one of the better songs on this album. Heart to Heart also, same way, it being a little more open and more sympathetic, if you will. This song being about his relationship with his friend Mac Miller, who passed away last year. Another one that has some good chord progressions. It does get a little bit cheesy with the keyboard, like Casio chords, but just really fun, and the wood block gives it a little bit of a cool percussive idea. All Our Yesterdays is also another one of these more introspective ones, talking about the past and not wanting to dwell in it and basically being like, okay, the past is the past, let's keep moving on, because that doesn't mean that your dreams are over. It's another one that has a really nice chord progression that is very jazzy. And then the best out of these ones to me is Skyless Moon. This feels a little bit like Dear Prudence at times, and just the chord progression where it kind of just stays in this D tonal center, but keeps going down by half steps. It is very simplistic, but it is the best melody and some great lyrics talking about just moving on with life even when you have no control over it. And there's this lovely chorus part where it's like, no, 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 that has this like flat 3 idea. Instead of going to an F sharp, he goes to an F. It's really solid, and it makes for a standout song. And then there are some more upbeat songs as well. A couple of them being a little bit more interlude-ish songs. Choo Choo is a lot of fun. It's super funky, and I love the beat that they're having there, as well as just the fun nature of that song in general. And there's some great like round ideas where he keeps adding harmonies to it. It's a lot of fun. It stands out because of it being different. Baby Bye Bye also uses that choo choo idea in the outro, but also has a lot of fun with just singing Baby Bye Bye over and over again. And it does have a little bit of a sentimental idea at the beginning, but it opens up for this more fun idea. Hey Cowgirl is also one that's a little bit more tongue-in-cheek, which uses this really nice sus chord idea in the chord progression. But what I like is the lyrics talking about a cowgirl or something that he loves or likes, or is interested in, I guess, who is out on the farm, and asking her to be a little more into technology, into nowadays, where you don't have to see all those stars if you're out picking groceries or if you're watching TV with me. Nice little tongue-in-cheek song. And those are definitely some of the better songs. But again, there are some songs that do miss the mark. Some of them being Little Dog's March doesn't really do anything different from what the album is already done. Same thing with Preoccupied. I do like the little percussive ideas that they throw out, but again, it doesn't really stand out from everything else. And then two other ones that kind of just annoy me in general are On the Square, where it doesn't have a very interesting idea. It has this kind of trancy idea of just very simplistic and very meditative song, but this is where his lo-fi ideas kind of just frustrate me. The keyboard ideas on here are a little bit under the pitch, and I know that he does that on some of these songs in general with these lo-fi ideas that are supposed to add some sort of tinge, or I don't know if it's supposed to be like tongue-in-cheek or if it's supposed to be just another layer. You hear it on Nobody, you hear it on a couple other songs, but to me on this song it just is a little bit annoying because it's a little bit more prevalent rather than more of a background role. So it takes me out of that song. And then Here Comes the Cowboy, the title song on this album, is very slow, very plodding, and I know it's supposed to be potentially a tongue-in-cheek song, but him just going, here comes the cowboy, and then here comes the cowboy, over and over again for 3 minutes. Not my cup of tea. A very solid album in general, but what I think is the biggest strength of this album is also its biggest weakness. It's very consistent. It's hugely consistent, and if you take these songs piece by piece, you find a lot of good stuff. But once you put this into a whole entire album, the first couple times I listened to this, a lot of these songs became very unmemorable for me because just how a lot of them had very similar feels. I understand that this is the style of what he's trying to do with just more laid-back ideas, but it doesn't have to be the same tempo. It doesn't always have to be the same ideas, When he's on the ball, on songs like Skyless Moon, on like K, on like Heart to Heart, on like Nobody, and all of our Yesterdays, it feels really heartfelt. He has similar tinges of like a Bob Dylan, if you will. The way that he emotes is very similar to a more of a folky kind of person rather than a rock star or a pop star. He doesn't have the best voice, but he emotes it very well. He's a great storyteller with his words. And those fun parts also do add a little bit more layering to this album that I don't think the previous album had. But overall, it's kind of hard to be really excited for an album that feels very consistent to a fault. If you do like Mac DeMarco, I think you will like this, and I think in general, if you're looking for more of a laid-back feel, this is fun, but know that it's kind of like eating a whole entire cake, where one slice is great, you find it sweet, you find it fulfilling, but eating it all at once isn't something that is highly recommended, because you're just getting more of the same without any sort of benefits, if you will. So that is my time. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like or hate this album and your reasons why. Share this with your friends and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this. So I'll be back Wednesday for another argument. Until then, this is Music Fan, and I am signing off.